Good evening, everyone. We're here with another one of our conversation vlogs, and Lai has a topic that she wants to discuss this evening, so I'll hand over to Lai, and she can introduce our topic for the evening. So over to you, sweetheart.
Hi, good evening everyone, and good morning, I think, in Philippines. So, our topic for tonight is regarding misunderstanding, um, and we should tackle, I think, if there is any argument, who should approach first. Okay, you can explain
Okay.
further.
Who should approach first? Well, I think first of all we need some ground rules for what that entails, and first and foremost we need to set the stage that whoever approaches first is not a weakness. There is no weakness in admitting that there's something's been said, something's been insinuated that's wrong. There are probably three sides to the story: your side, her side, and the truth. And there are mistakes enough all round for blame to be irrelevant, for whoever approaches first to be irrelevant, and that isn't a weakness, it's a strength. The person who is willing to admit that there are faults and that mistakes have been made and things have been said that are wrong, that's showing strength, that's not a weakness. And it follows on from the feeling that you get when you're in conflict with that one person who matters, that one person that makes your life worthwhile, fulfills all the things in your life that really, really matter, makes you feel complete. The feeling that that person is no longer united to you in anything is probably the worst feeling in the world. And following on from that, the corollary to that is when you do sort it out and you find out that the differences are immaterial, they don't really matter. It was probably something really, really silly that started the conflict in the first place. And when that heavy, horrible feeling goes away, it is probably the best feeling in the world to know that the person that you care
Yes,
for
I agree
most,
with that.
the person that means the most to you, the person that again makes your life worthwhile and makes it complete,
Yeah,
is
of
once
course.
again united by your side, and everything is good with the world.
Yeah, I
And
agree with
that feeling
Mhm.
is worth more than ego, it's worth more than pride, it's worth more than winning, it's worth more than being right. Whatever sacrifices you have to make that feeling happen, it is worth it.
Okay, I will just add on that. So it means we should set aside the pride.
Absolutely.
Yes, and no one to be blamed in relationship who is fault.
That's the important
Yeah,
part, I
yes.
think. Once the differences are sorted out, once the misunderstanding has been eradicated from your life, from your
That's correct.
relationship, there's no room for blame.
That is correct.
You have to put it behind you, carry on as if it didn't happen, and
Correct.
just unite with each other, let the love conquer all, and let your togetherness just heal any wounds that may remain, if any.
That is correct. We should not bring the past into the present.
Correct.
And shouldn't be dwell on what it happens. Both of you must, I think, move on
Yes.
and start a new life.
Yes.
Yes,
It's the same thing as our church teaches. It's the renewal of life,
Yes,
and it's the
correct.
same principle. Once you renew your life, then everything that went before, everything in your life that made you feel bad, made you feel
Correct.
inadequate, made you feel unworthy, has then gone. And it's the same principle in the relationship. If you leave those feelings behind
Yes, correct.
and renew, then what's good you take forward, and what's harmful you leave behind.
Well, I think you should think about your memories as the time that you are okay, as the
Mhm.
time that you're happy,
Yes.
and with that, you can say that no matter what, I should be the one to approach
Mhm.
for the sake of the love, and should be prevail.
Yes. Yeah, because that love is the most important thing in your
Yes,
life.
of course. We are not perfect. We have some differences.
No
We see each
relationship is
other.
perfect,
Yeah,
yeah.
we see each other already at the time that we grown.
Mhm.
So, inevitable that we had differences with each other, and for that, it's just a matter of adjustment.
That's a very good point, sweetheart, is that growth.
Yes,
That
of
word
course.
that you use, grow,
Mhm.
is because it's not a destination. You
Yes,
always
that is
keep
correct.
growing, you always keep
Mm.
learning. Everyone makes mistakes, nobody's perfect.
Yes, of course.
And when you make a mistake, you can either do two things with it. You can either be negative
Mhm.
about it and dwell on it
Mhm.
and keep on making it,
Yes, correct.
or compounding it and making it worse,
Correct.
or you can take it, look at it full in the face, as you do a sin or whatever when you're looking for
Mhm.
forgiveness. Look it full in the face and say, I did that wrong, and learn from it.
Yes, of course.
And that's that
renew
growth cycle.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You renew yourself,
Mhm.
you learn from it, you grow,
Yes.
and then you don't make that mistake again, and that is turning that negative into a positive,
Correct.
because both you and
Mhm.
your life partner know that that situation won't happen again.
And it comes in the so-called maturity in
Yes.
a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not that you settle or sort out, then afterwards when you have any disagreement issues again, you bring up again what's the past,
Well,
and
why
keep on
would you
repeating
do
it.
that? Because that doesn't let the other person grow and learn.
That's why in relationship you must learn,
Mm.
sort it out, and you must grow.
But you've both got to grow with it.
Yes,
So
of course.
again, it doesn't matter who was at fault, who was to blame, who made the mistake. If I shouldn't say if, I should say when that love is the centre of your life, when that love is
Yes,
the most
that is correct.
important thing in your life,
Mhm.
you must both work to keep that strong, and keep it
that is
growing, keep it nurtured, keep it
Mhm.
fresh,
Nurtured.
and keep it the centre of your life.
Correct.
So you have Almighty God as the centre of your relationship and the centre of your life,
Mhm.
and you also have that love, because God is love,
Yes, of course.
and that's what keeps you together, keeps you growing, keeps you strong.
Yes. And both of you must work it out.
Yes.
Not just one-sided only.
Yeah.
Because it will not work.
No.
Mm.
That's
What's
it.
important is the love.
The love conquers
You
all.
must, yes, conquers all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, in response to your initial question,
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter who approaches first.
Yes,
It doesn't
of
matter.
course.
There's no weakness. There's no assumption of blame because the person approached first. Once you've broken the ice and approached
Mhm.
your life partner
Yes,
and
correct.
said, "Love, I
Mhm.
am so sorry this has happened,"
Yes, of course. And don't
it just breaks the ice.
issue, forget the issue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's move on
Let's move on.
and
Let's
start again.
look at all the things that make us an ideal couple. Let's look at all the
Yes, of
reasons why
course.
we got married in the first place.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Let's look at all the good times we've had. Let's look at all the laughter that we share,
Yeah, of course.
the morning cuddles, the evening kisses good night.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing, I think for everyone also, this is a lesson that since you became as partner and you became as one, you get married, indulging in this kind of relationship, it seems that so much challenges comes in
Of course
life,
it does. Of course it
in a
does.
relationship.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of how you will able to handle it.
Yeah. You see, this is the most difficult decision most people will ever make, is to become life partners, because along with all that is the commitment. Now it's not an easy thing.
Mhm.
It isn't an easy thing to live in each other's pockets
Yeah,
and
that's
take
correct.
on each other's opinions,
Mhm.
and there will always be differences, and there will always be differences of opinion,
That is
differences
correct.
of even culture.
Yes,
And
exactly.
it is probably one of the most difficult decisions you will make in your life, which is why the church always says, be
Mm-hmm.
sure. Be sure
Mm-hmm.
you're doing this for the right reasons. Be sure that reason is love.
Yes,
Because
of
without
course.
love, those differences will probably be insurmountable. But if you've got love on your side,
Mm-hmm.
nothing's insurmountable.
Yes, of
That love
course.
conquers everything. It makes everything a level playing field
Mm-hmm.
so that you can live your life the way you
Mm-hmm.
want to, and you can share that life with the person that matters to you most.
Yes, correct. That one left. One thing more is there is a saying that entering into a marriage life is not a heaven.
No, it's a
Because,
war, in
yeah,
fact.
no, it's lots of
Mm,
challenges. That's why both couple must
mm,
be strong,
mm,
no matter what the challenge,
yeah.
the trials may come along.
Mm. Well, that's why I say it's a war. It's not a war between the person that you're marrying.
Yes.
What you're actually doing is making it the both of you
Mm-hmm.
against the world.
Yes.
And the reason it's a war is because the minute you expose any weakness to the outside, this wicked
Mm-hmm.
world, it becomes a chink in your armour for evil to make its way in.
Yes, correct.
So you must always try to not so much keep it to yourselves, but keep
Mm-hmm.
it within a trust